In fact, the predatory boss case wanted to conceptualize the story of Tony Soprano and his family as a movie. Wanted the film's main character to be portrayed by Robert De Niro. The story was about a mafia boss who went to therapy to discuss the end of his relationship with his mother. Then the manager convinced him to become a manager himself. The Sopranos pilot episode aired on January 10, 1999. The film that told the story of a mafia boss going to a psychiatrist, named CS Interview, unfortunately didn't happen, and it premiered on March 5, 1999. The Sopranos' predator, according to the plan, was the main character. Livia attempted to kill Tony at the end of the first season. Livia was supposed to be suffocated with a pillow by Tony, but Livia was unsettling. When Nessim was diagnosed with lung cancer during the filming and David requested him to continue acting, he kindly accepted, just as Merkin wished, playing Tony's mother. On June 18, 2000, one day before his 72nd birthday, he passed away from lung cancer. The final scenes of the character Liv were completed by assembling old footage and using special effects. The writer and executive producer on The Sopranos team, Metro Minna, later. MCNQ, Madman Yarat. David Chase only directed the first and last episodes of the series. Allen directed 12 episodes of the series, including Sword and The, which are considered among the best episodes. The actor and comedian Steve De, who portrayed Tony's cousin Tony Blundetto in the series, also directed 4 episodes. In an interview with Lawyer, he revealed that he was offered a role in The Sopranos, but he turned down the offers to focus on his film career. Before conducting screen tests with James Coney for the Tony character, this Risklickson also considered Steven Zen, who was a guitarist in the group, for the role of Tony. Jace, who was greatly influenced by Zentin's style, believed that he should definitely have a role in the series. However, since Zentin had no acting experience, the producers did not want to risk it, so they created a character for him in The Sopranos. At first, Tony wasn't thought to be such a tough character, but actor James interpreted the character this way. Jim showed me from the beginning how dirty this character had to be. On the first day of shooting, there was a scene where Christopher explained the night story. In the script, it only said Tony slaps him. But as we started filming, Michael's character, Christoph, woke up suddenly, scared, grabbed him by the neck, almost lifting him off the ground, and said, "Are you out of your mind?" It was an improvisation. Michael Imperioli, who portrayed the character Christopher Monster, whom Tony referred to as his nephew, but who was actually the nephew of Tony's wife Carmela, thought he failed the auditions. They brought me in and I met David. Because David had a poker face, I thought he hated my audition, he says. The girlfriend who called Christopher was Angeles, and the actress chosen for the role of a waitress in the first episode of the series, who was later called back for the role of Adriana, said that after the continuation of the auditions, David thought she didn't look Italian enough for the role. Most of Polly's storyline in the series was taken from Sirico's real life. Tony Sirico, before portraying the character of Polly, was a criminal. He had been arrested 28 times. It was also known that Sirico had lived with his mother for 16 years in real life. Additionally, before accepting the role, Sirico had a condition: the character of Polly would never be an informer and would not motivate the police. Barbie, the actor who portrayed the anticipated character, especially dressed in costumes. When he saw his fat jokes, he thought he was paying for the wrong problem because he was more Azerbaijani than the Sifa movie. The Sopranos was so realistic that real mafia members suspected that someone on the inside leaked information to the show's team. FBI agents who conducted secret wiretaps on Monday mornings realized that the only thing mafia members talked about was The Sopranos. They thought the mafia couldn't be so realistic, and the writers of The Sopranos realized that. The network worried that viewers hearing the name Sopranos would expect the show to be about opera singers, so they replaced the R in the Soprano logo with a gun to prevent confusion. According to James Camber's description of the film, real mafia members contacted him, providing insights into the realism of the series and sometimes even offering advice. In the second season, the word mafia was used a total of 715 times. In total, it was used 715 times, Tony 264 times, Christopher 68 times, Silvio 34 times, Pauli 31 times, Carmela 9 times, and the others 309 times. In the fourth season of the series, during the argument scene between Christopher and Tony, when Tony said that Christopher ruined himself by using drugs, Christopher replied, "You'll learn about heart attacks when you turn 50 because of your weight problem." Sadly, James, the actor, passed away from a heart attack during a trip to Rome at the age of just 51. David Chase was a director known for his tight control over the Sopranos set. When actors complained to him about their characters or felt that certain aspects of the script didn't align with their characters' behaviors, Chase was often heard saying, "This is your character, who told you otherwise?" James would call Tony vampires. And he would ask them who they killed this week, whose blood they sucked. James thought he performed well in the audition tapes, but they considered selecting handsome actors like George for the role instead of him. However, when Jason called James for breakfast at 9 a.m., those who were used to staying up late, "He wants to have breakfast with that guy? This guy is going to pull a fast one on us."